Hey kids, remember the Looney Tunes? Those crazy bastards from Six Flags are back, in movie form. In fact, their first ever full-length original theatrical film is in theaters now. If you can find it. See kids, it's no secret that Warner Bros. Discovery Animal Planet has attempted some major shifts in their release strategy. And as you know, things haven't gone as hoped, from both a PR perspective and in terms of profitability. Films like Batgirl and Scoob Holiday Haunt are possibly lost forever, and others have been shopped around by WB in an effort to keep costs down. So when WB announced in 2022 that they would not be releasing The Day the Earth Blew Up onto their streaming service as planned, it was assumed that we would never get a chance to see it. That is, until Ketchup Entertainment stepped in. That's right, the Ketchup Entertainment. The Day the Earth Blew Up is the best movie that Warner Bros. Killed, yet still got a release thanks to a small but delicious distribution company. Is it a great movie? No. Is it a good time? Mostly. Is it important that movies like this are seen in the theater? Yeah. The film centers on Looney Tunes mainstays Daffy Duck and Porky Pig as they struggle to earn a living whilst uncovering a conspiracy involving aliens and chewing gum. On paper, that sounds like a great time with some Looney Tunes, but in practice, it stumbles at times. This is a 90-minute movie, and I would be lying if I said I didn't feel those minutes in the third act. I think the biggest sin the movie commits is attempting to follow standard screenwriting rules and formulas while also wanting to embrace its anarchical roots. The opening of the film provides a lot of promise. When a crash-landing UFO takes out the roof of their childhood home, Porky and Daffy are given only 10 days to raise the money for repairs before the city condemns the property. The story immediately has some nice light stakes while also having a lot of fun, like a great montage sequence of the pair being fired from almost any job they can get. But once the movie introduces the alien element and Petunia Pig as a love interest for Porky, it starts to feel constrained by the need for a narrative thrust. This all sounds like a negative, but it's not like there was a choice. This is the first feature-length Looney Tunes film, and there are rules for feature-length films. I just like it more when those rules get broken, and my heart did sink a little when I saw 11 credited writers during the title sequence. I know that it's a gag-heavy movie, but my God, maybe there were too many cooks in the kitchen on this one. I think a large problem is that the feature-length medium isn't as easily adaptable for Looney Tunes in the same way that something like The Simpsons was. Both are absurdist cartoons that mastered the short-form narrative, and it's possible The Day the Earth Blew Up used The Simpsons movie as a template. There's an impending environmental catastrophe that only one or two characters seem to know or care about. There's a fun job montage in both first acts. There's a plot to seal things under a bubble. There's a meek main character with a new love interest. The town turns on our heroes. Their beloved house gets destroyed. They have to save the day, etc. There are enough deviations that don't make it anything close to a copy, and a lot of these elements are fairly standard save the cat plot beats. But I still couldn't help but be reminded of The Simpsons movie quite a bit throughout. So in summary, The Simpsons movie is a great time. Oh, right. The voice acting is phenomenal, with Eric Bauza nailing the voices of Daffy and Porky. I have a weird ear for changing voices when it comes to classic characters. It's hard for me to watch or enjoy the Muppets these days because the voices just sound so off to me. But Bauza has been nailing it for many years now, and these characters are in great hands, or vocal cords. Petunia Pig is voiced by veteran voice artist Candy Milo, and there's some fun work from Peter MacNicol as the alien monster who incites all of the madness. There's a nice score from Joshua Mosher that does a great job of evoking classic Looney Tunes by utilizing jazzy and classical undertones, while also referencing styles of music from across American history. The artwork is also great, with soft, lovely backgrounds that allow the characters to stand out as they're meant to. The character animation is also very well done, with some really meticulous sequences that you can tell were lots of fun to work on. At least I hope they were. If I had to be a weirdo stickler, I've never really loved the way digital 2D animation looks. It's probably the cleanness of everything, but I've never really thought about it that much. But the end titles are full of really lovely character sketches that show the love and affection that go into the animation process. All in all, I am happy that I saw this one in the theater, but I couldn't help but shake the knowledge that this was never really meant to be a theatrical release, and therefore was slightly harder to judge. It even felt like there were still act breaks present from when this was going to air as a Cartoon Network Sunday night movie. But the way I see it, we're lucky to get to watch a talented group of people do what they love and make the same art that inspired many of them, if not all of them, to get into the animation business. And seeing that kind of passion on a big screen with an audience sure beats watching it on a smaller scale, despite its small-scale origins. But at the end of the day, I just can't help but wonder how many more eyes would have gotten on this if WB just kept their fucking finger on the pulse for one single second. Oops! Sorry, kids. That's one for the swear jar.
25 cents in the swear jar? Here's $1, Dad. Because there's no goddamn way I'm goddamn moving to any son of a bitch, shit-eating, goddamn, goddamn shitty hoe.